Hello guys, I hope your day is going well so far. I was brainstorming the other day while solo queuing, subsequently losing 6 games and deranking. What if I made videos addressing the mistakes I see in my diamond teammates and explain how to fix them? And thus, the idea turned into reality. It's called Cheep Coaching, a simple series to help lower ranked players with game sense and fundamentals. This will probably be the first of many volumes that I record in this series, so if you guys enjoy, please be sure to stick around. And without further ado, oh my god, bro. Without further ado, let's get started. Volume 1, Catching and Dribbling. All installments in this series are going to consist of some of my own personal tips and some I've acquired from others. Just a quick disclaimer, I'm a diamond player. My peak was only diamond 3, so in no way am I qualified for this, but do with that information what you will. Alright, first things first, before we even get into the tips themselves, you're going to need a training pack to go with it. So pause and copy the code on screen real quick. Once you've done that, I want you to pause again and play through the pack before I go over it. Just give it your best shot, and remember it's okay if it's hard or out of your comfort zone. Ball control comes with a lot of practice. Once you've given it a try, gotten a feel for it, you can optionally keep the pack open as I'm explaining things so you can try them for yourself. Tip 1. Cradling. Cradling is a simple term I made up to describe what you're trying to achieve when catching the ball. When catching the ball, the main objective is to have full control over your possession as not to give the ball away. The easiest way to begin learning a good catch is to cradle the ball. What I mean by this is aiming to position yourself under the ball to catch it rather than just hit it away. The example above is one I'll use in different ways to explain certain aspects of catching and even dribbling. For now, we're just going to pay attention to the position of my car. When the clip is slowed, you can tell how many little adjustments I'm actually making to position myself to make the catch. I'm watching the ball indicator to get an idea about how fast the ball is coming and just judging by eye where the ball will land. Most of cradling comes from playing the game for a while and having a good sense of how the physics work. In terms of steps, cradling is kind of something you have to learn on your own from practice. Regardless, I'll provide a few small things to look for. Looking at this clip again, you'll notice how little of my car I'm using to catch the ball. Part of cradling is finesse, trying to get the softest touch possible to get the ball to almost stick to you. Pause. If you can get used to timing this step correctly, it'll make the following steps even easier. Tip 2. Decompression. Decompression is more of a visual and audible step than cradling. If you look closely, when the ball is falling, you'll notice lines behind it. Usually, the first set of lines will appear as the ball begins to fall, and the second appears later on when gravity takes hold and drives it into the ground. When this happens, it will almost always be followed up by a distinct whooshing sound. So, if you don't already play with headphones, I'd recommend it. A lot of things in Rocket League for me are based around sound even more than sight. So basically just turning up your volume for this step and training your ear to master the timing just as well as your eyes will be helpful down the road. Tip 3. Path and angle. This tip is going to be the shortest and least complex. All I want you to do is focus on cutting off the ball, almost as if you're intercepting it. Think of the spot where the ball will land as your target and build confidence holding your ground and not hesitating once you've made an adjustment. With all that said, let's move on to a quick catching recap. So to just briefly go over all 3 steps before I show you right and wrong examples. Tip 1. Cradling, focusing on getting soft touches, keeping the ball close and in your possession. Tip 2. Decompression, listening and watching from when the ball starts to fall faster and mastering timing. And tip 3. Path and angle, intercept the ball's path, don't follow it. Now here's a few good examples where I do all 3 steps correctly, therefore achieving ideal catches. Now I'll show incorrectly executed catches, explaining what I did wrong. Okay, so I know that was a lot of information to take in. Make sure to rewind to any parts you didn't fully grip onto, or even leave a comment if you have questions. I'm actually going to split volume 1 into 2 parts because this was already a little bit longer than expected. So if you want to see a second part where I explain dribbling, make sure to like and subscribe, maybe even hit the bell for notifications. I had a lot of fun making this video, and I hope you all enjoyed. Have a good day. See ya. And I'm gonna shut the fuck up because what the fuck am I fucking talking about? Where'd you come from? The example above is one I'll use in many, oh my god, many, oh my god. Now we're just gonna pay attention to those. Go fuck yourself. And I did what I did with you.